Hello guys, my name is Eric Cole. This is my YouTube channel and this is my first video. This is going to be a story time since you already know by the title. And I always said that if I open a YouTube channel, I was gonna make this story. So this is what happened. After I finished college, I wanted to move to New York City. I got a job. I started looking for apartments. I found the most amazing apartment. The location was awesome. It was Midtown Manhattan, gay neighborhood. It was really, really cool. The kitchen was nice. It was a small studio, but it was really cool. The bathroom was really big and it looked really nice. So I moved to this apartment, and the first night I couldn't sleep well. It was like really weird because I kept hearing some noises. Like the floor was making noises and I would hear like kitchen noises and bathroom noises, and it was like really weird and I couldn't sleep well. And I always told to myself like, "Oh, it's because I was tired. I was moving furniture." I didn't convince myself. Like I just couldn't sleep well. So that was my first night. My first night I didn't sleep well. And then my second night comes in and I started having nightmares. So it was really odd because I'm a very good sleeper and I always have like really great dreams. But I started dreaming about League of Legends. Like I would dream about only two characters, which were Jinx and Lucian. If you've never played League of Legends, it's okay. There's a girl with braids and that was the only black guy at the time. So that's what I would dream about every single day, and it was like a nightmare. And I couldn't sleep. I heard the noises. My floors were made out of wood, so I thought it was the wood contracting because of, when it is cold and it is warmer, the wood can make noises. And I was always convincing myself like all these noises are natural, or maybe there's a small rat or something. Okay, so Saturday comes, I'm not sleeping well still, and I used to put my phone away. So if I wake up in the middle of the night, I would make a swift head movement. I will look at the microwave time and then I would go back to sleep just to know like what time it is. So on Saturday, when I tried to do that, I kind of woke up and then I just tried to like look at the time, and I was in shock because when I looked really quick, I saw two people watching me sleep. There was like a little girl with braids and a tall black man watching me sleep. And I did the head movement like really, really fast. So 1 second I see them, the other second I don't see them. And I was just like, what is this? I was like, what the hell? Like what just happened? And I went from sleepy to 100% awake, like really, really fast. I was like, oh my God. So I ran to the light switch. I turned the lights on and I was like, oh my God, like what am I gonna do? What is this? What just happened? And it was like 4 a.m. And I remember I put my body towards, the center of the bed, and I was like looking to everywhere. Since it's a studio, I could see my entire apartment, and I was like alert. I was like, oh my God, like is there someone here? I couldn't believe it, and I was like in shock, but also like ready to fight the ghost or something. And I mean, I took my phone and it started Googling like what to do. Like, what do you do when you have ghosts in your house, or, how to get rid of ghosts? Because this was my first experience dealing with ghosts, and like I didn't even know what it was. So, but it all made sense till this point. I was like, my apartment is kind of haunted or something. And everything that I was looking up in the internet would tell me, oh, you need to do some smudging, you need to get sage, you need to get some incenses and stuff like that. So I had no idea where to get that. I know that now you can get this at Whole Foods. They have like a whole witchcraft section, which is amazing. So check that out. And so I found a little new age store on Google, and I just went there. It was like 10 blocks away. And the second I entered to the store, I told the store owner, I'm having this problem. I have ghosts in my house and I saw them watching me sleep. And I think they're, my brain has been trying to tell me that they're there, but and he tells me, oh, you must be a little psychic if you saw them or something. They must have a message for you. And I'm like, what do you mean a message for me? What kind of message? And he's like, oh no, there must be a message. And I was a little cranky, and I told him like, listen, unless it is the lottery numbers, I don't want to hear no message from ghosts, and I'm not doing anything for them. So I was like really crazy and really, really cranky. I'm gonna tell you, I hadn't slept well for like a week. And he kept saying there's a message. There must be a message because the story was very special for him. And I tell him, I don't think so. How do I get rid of them? All I want to do is like get rid of them. He sold me Palo Santo, frankincense, and the sage, obviously, which is what I needed. He gave me some visualizations on how you get the ghosts out, which is basically you visualize like a light is entering your house and that all the darkness is leaving and everything that's unwanted is leaving and something like that. So, and he tells me, I remember he told me like, by the way, never address the ghosts because it can make things worst. And I'm like, what? He just tells me, don't call them names, don't just try to communicate. And I'm like, okay. But I was so cranky and I was so crazy that the first thing I did when I light up the incense, I light up my sage, and the first thing that comes out of my mouth is, and you better leave my apartment right now because I'm the one who pays the rent. And oh my god, it's so crazy. But I was stressed. It didn't make things work, thankfully. So they kind of left, but that's not the end of the story. So basically, before I moved to New York, I wanted to be a YouTuber, and I was very scared about starting a YouTube channel because I thought maybe my job was not going to like that. Maybe I was going to be losing some privacy. I was very scared of opening it and very skeptical about it. And I was like, I need a sign. I need to hear a sign. So I was living by myself. I do everything on my own, kind of. So I asked God, the Supreme Lord, the universe, and I was like, I want to open a YouTube channel, but I don't know if this is right for me. And I want you to give me a sign. And this is something that I ask constantly. Like, I want a sign to see if I'm going to open the channel or not. And so you remember that store owner. At the end of my visit to the store, he tells me, I want you to do something for me. And I'm like, okay, I'll do whatever. What do you want me to do? He tells me, you see this bowl right here? And he had like a bowl filled with pebbles with one word messages. So it was like, hey, I just want you to pick a stone from this bowl and I want to see what you get. And I was like, okay, I can do that. So when I saw the bowl, I could see some of the messages of some pebbles, and they were like one word messages like perseverance, happiness, stuff like that, like very hippie sounding stuff. And I was like, oh, okay, let me see what I get. And I put my hand, and I wanted to get like my hand to the bottom of that bowl and grab the last pebble that I could, find. So when I got my hand out with the pebble, I was so surprised of what I got. What I got, it's crazy. It's superstar. That was the word. When I saw that word, I knew this was the sign. This was the sign I was looking for. And I now realize why the situation ended up being the way it was. This was the sign for me to open my YouTube channel. So long story short, I kept the pebble, but I lost it. I never started a YouTube channel, but I had a picture of it, which is the picture you just saw. And, I did a backup of my phone recently and I found that picture and I'm like, oh my God, I never opened the channel. And seeing that picture just inspired me to open it. And since this is Halloween, I felt like it was the perfect time for me to tell the story and to also open this YouTube channel. If you like the story, please give me a like. If something like this happened to you, leave it down in the comments down below. And if you have any questions, just leave them below. I'll try to answer them all. And if you didn't like the video, don't give a dislike. I just told you that I have ghost friends. You don't know what they're gonna do. Anyways, so have a good one and happy Halloween. Bye, guys.